Dan Van Leuvan, welcome to our current affairs program, Focus.
Thank you.
In the recent years, people's behavior pattern have changed. And is it changed for good or for bad? What do you say?
Well, I would say we have become more extreme in the negative emotions in recent years, and this is because of some of the major events, like in America, the 9/11 events, the events in Afghanistan and Pakistan, and my country, America, is somewhat to blame for some of these events, and this concerned me. Why are we doing this? It's because that we have built up beliefs that we must punish people when they do wrong. Instead of resolving the problem and solving it, we get focused on punishment. And as long as we do this, we just continue to escalate. The problem gets higher and higher because I punish you, then you're upset, you punish me, I'm upset, and this. So we need to find a way to resolve these issues. People want to be friendly, people want to be caring, but if they have this belief that they must make people pay for their wrongs and punish, then things are always going to get worse and more worse.
Globalization is one of the things to blame for the behavioral modification.
Well, globalization, of course, is why we're seeing this in this kind of scale, because we're all not only aware just of what we're doing now, we know what everybody else in the world is doing. Mm-hmm. So if there's a problem in Kathmandu, everybody around the world knows about the problem. I mean, before that wasn't so, but now we all know, and we learn to care as individuals.
But people, why are not they taking the positive vibes from them? Only why the negative one?
Because that is what they've been shown, that's what they've been taught. So if they're taught...
Your organization, what you intend to do basically is to take out the positive from others, not the negative ones.
Right. We want to teach positive concepts and to teach the value of having positive concepts. Anger has been used, excuse me, anger has been used as a tool to control other people. Anger has been used to make my point, to be strong, but it's actually, from a psychological point of view, we're much more stronger and much more effective and more able to think and solve problems if we're not in anger. So anger is actually a problem for us as far as functioning in our life.
In course of changing people's mind and the perception, you should be working with the criminals instead of the school children. What do you suggest?
Was able to find how this was happening. As a psychologist, I worked, because fortunately I had both trainings. So I worked in how can this problem be solved? How can people change the way they feel when things happen? And once I discovered that, I looked at the idea of how is this affecting the whole world and all of our society, and how can we change the world? And my belief is the only way that we can do this is by changing the people in the world. And the best way that we can change the people in the world, in the most effective way, is through education. Because when the children are young and when they're going to school, that's when they're forming their beliefs and their opinions about life. So if they can learn positive beliefs that are effective for them in their own life, and they see how effective they are, then they adopt these beliefs and these ways of being. For example, many children lose friends just because of the anger between them. And just when they realize that they now no longer lose friends, it makes a difference in their life.
It is an Herculean task to know someone's mind and change their behavior. And as the tool you have adopted has been effective so far.
Yes, we've taught these principles first in schools in America and to individuals, and to the people that we are able to reach and teach these principles, they do make the changes. The program has been going here in Nepal, and they've graduated like some 3,500 students, and it's really made a difference in the individual's life. And
so much. Thank you for being with us.
Okay, thank you.
So much.